Hi everyone, it's Kelly, and I'm coming to share a project with you that I created for the blog hop at MB's Treasurista this weekend, August 19th, and it's a blog hop called Cook It, and we're creating things that are along the lines of recipes or something for your kitchen. And although I don't have a recipe right now, what I want to show you is something that I created that you can use for recipes. And sometimes I have pamphlets and flyers and books that I have received of recipes that don't actually fit on my cookbook shelf, or they're too small, or else the recipes are too large for in a normal recipe box. And so what I've created here is this is actually going to somebody else, but what I have created here is a box that you can actually set, and it's a decorative box that you can actually have on your counter, and it kind of doubles as a gift box too here, but it has a little window right here if you notice, and I filled it with goodies, but it has a window that I created. And this box used to be a box that had, I believe it had Tastefully Simple in it. And so what I did was I cut out a square from here, and then I used acetate to put right here in the window. And that way, if you have a recipe or if you have something that has the ingredients on it, if you put it down in here, you'll be able to see, for instance, here are some cards. And what this is, if you pull that out, you can see right through it. So if you have something that has a recipe on it, you can put it in here and you'll be able to see right through it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on what I have created here. I used my Sizzix punch, or my Sizzix, and I cut out this frame, and I actually used the outside of it to frame the acetate. I then used a lot of different products, so I'm just going to go through from left to right and show you everything that I used. So I'll start at the top. Up here I used a turquoise ribbon that was from my stash, and that was from American Crafts, and I went over it in bling, mesh bling, and that is sold at MB's Treasurista, and she's actually restructuring the store right now, so she's gonna have her own site back up pretty soon, so you'll be able to get all these really yummy goodies. And then around the outside of the frame I used this organza trim that she has. It's a nylon and organza mix, and it has some glitter in it. I used that to go around the frame, and then over here I used some of the raffia, and I made a huge it has 3 different layers, a bow, and I adhered that, and then I put the red butterfly on top of that from her store. It's one of the red acrylic butterflies, or I'm sorry, the mesh butterflies. And then this was a butterfly that I actually had made on my own from my stash, and I made it with a flower, and then I used some smaller flowers, so I put that on top of the other one. And then if you can see here, I used some of the black daisy pearl trim to go around the side here, and then I cut, this says prize recipe, and these are actually little tiny recipe cards, and I cut those out of a paper stack from Graphic 45, and then I cut out this little lady figurine also from the Graphic 45, and then I used the trim from up here, and I made this flower right here. I adhered some flowers here from my stash, and then I adhered a red acrylic flower from MB's Treasurista right here. This was a rosette from trim that I had gotten, and I just adhered it right here with a little gem in the middle. And there's one of the MB's paper flowers right here. And then I made, oh, here's another curly paper flower from MB's Treasurista. And then here I made a bow from the satin trim that was from her store. And then here I actually used my felt and I cut circles and I made a felt flower and I adhered it on top of a couple of layers of different flowers here. I then adhered some of the same flowers up here that were down here from my stash. Oh, here was also some lace and bling that I added. And then here was a pearl spray from MB's Treasurista, and then again I used the lace and the gem bling. So that's the project that I created, and you can have it sitting on your counter and you can put menus in it or larger size recipe cards or even your small books like your Pampered Chef cookbooks, the little ones, and they just go right down in there. So that's a project that I created, and I'll have some pictures up on my blog, and check out some of the other ladies' projects for this amazing Cook It blog. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.